All right, welcome. It's Thursday evening, 7 p.m. on the East Coast. That means we're live with Jack McCaig, John McCaig, officially, the founder and our fearless leader of the Liberty Aid Academy. Welcome, John. And how are we doing this week?
Good. I'm glad to be here. We've had some technical difficulties out there on the website and so on we could get into, but it's all behind us and pretty excited.
Good.
Courses are ready and we got a lot of, fun changes coming up. So thanks for asking.
Yes.
How are you, Tim? Tim
Today,
Judge in the house.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad to be here. Today's the 20th, so we have it's February, so there's only it's February, so it's 8 more days before we get to the March 1st deadline, right?
Yeah, we're almost out of time, everyone.
So this is it.
This is it.
And now you have it. So we got a new course available to people who have given testimonials, and they will be able to distribute that and make some cash out of that, and then that will lead them into the program. The one that we all know and love is the Mastery, the Liberty Aid Mastery Trust. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about hearing that. Did you come up with a name yet? Is there an official name yet?
Well, we got 2 new courses, it turns out. I did another one, which is prepared too. But the one you're talking about is the Trump Millionaire course, which is pretty self-explanatory. Like, how did he do it, And we teach the classes here how to do it, but how to put them all together and they work together and everything like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I did with this course, is explained the overall methods, how it's done, and also kind of the step-by-step. It doesn't have the courses in it, but it has the, from A to Z, how to do it. And then you can only get that course with the testimonial up on our channel about your results with the trust. So whatever results you had with the course, you show your proof and all that. All you got to do is email us. So, we got hello.
Pauletta's here. Hi, John and Tim. Blessings to you both. Thank you for showing up. Tammy's here. Greeting, gentlemen. Greetings to you. Jason, hello, everybody. Welcome. Speaking of that, the Trump Millionaire system, did you see or watch that video I sent to you?
I haven't had a chance to. I actually looked at it. I was like, "Oh man, there's that video he sent me." I didn't watch it.
That one was. I'll explain it. It's a very glossed over, but it's by the New York Times, and it basically explains how Trump got rich, and basically he got his family inherited or distributed all the father's wealth, Fred Trump's wealth, through trust. And explained how it was a guarantor trust and all this kind of stuff, and they didn't go into the details of whether it was exactly like ours or not, but close enough. They're using trust to manipulate the system so that they could pass it on to the kids and all the he's got brothers and sisters, and they distributed all that through there. And then when they sold the dad's properties, all that money went back into the trusts, and that's how Trump got most of his starting money. He did multiply most of it. It wasn't worth billions when he got it. So but it was put out by the New York Times that the family used trusts. So excellent info there.
It's great. And you're a realtor, and you do a little bit of math up here. Oh, Jay is very supportive this week. Thank you, Jay. It's good to have you. But how could everyone qualify for a house that's like, I don't know, in the poorest area of America, like $250,000 to, kind of a normal anywhere city like $500,000 for a house? I mean, who is qualifying for this? Like, really, like the basic 1 + 1 = 2. That's about how high your math level has to go to be like, okay, first of all, how much money do you need to make to do it? Like, who's making that without expenses? You got to make
Yep.
all this money even to qualify for a mortgage. But then you have to pay for the mortgage too. So you got to be,
Mhm.
having so much money, and it can only be, whatever used to be 28 to 32% of your income
Yeah.
to pay the mortgage every month. But these numbers are impossible. Okay, I would say they're impossible for at least 99% of the people alive do not have a job that pays enough money to buy a house minus expenses. So, you know, Trump and all of these, you know, I don't consider, hardly anyone in here actual human. They're all fallen angels. They don't pay for housing. They don't have any expenses. They'll pay for anything. In fact, they know the entire script in here. They know when the stocks go up. They know when they go down. They get texts about what to do. Oh, here comes the helicopter money. Do X, Y, and Z. They're not intelligent. In other words, they sold the soul literally to the devil. That's who they're hearing from. And so just do this. You get plenty of money. You get housing. You get, your bills paid. You get food. Everybody gets everything. Cars, new cars. Who's paying for the new cars? And how a new car's like 100 grand. You get, hey, look at
Right.
my pickup. What? This is sell your soul land. Every city, at least 99% of them. That's how they get paid. I know. I know for a fact. I can do the math, but I also know because the day I signed the first trust, I got the offer from the creepy, head man, head it. The devil sat next to me, offered me $485 million cash first payment. So this entire economy, country, culture, society, whatever you want to say, is just absolutely 100% fake. What it is sell your soul or you don't get anything. That's why it's so critical to put all this information together for the regular people so that you can get a home, so you can pay for your food, so you don't have to be out there on the street. And they're like, "Oh, you just get a job." Well, they don't have a job. They don't what? They didn't do that. They're always telling us what to do, but
Mhm.
they never did it. So, this I think is really important. This Trump billionaire course, just so everyone knows how to do it, but who to trust to give this information to? Well, only the people that have done this work and have put up a testimonial. They're the only ones that are trustworthy to give a course to say, okay, now you can share this with other people. We're not going to have it up on our website for sale, this course. It's going to give anyone 15% off of our new McCaig Mastery Trust is all the courses blended together. You're going to get 50% off of that, which is
Is that 50 as in 50 or 15 as in 15?
15% off. The new price for all that is going to be $49.97, $5,000. They're going to double our prices because the Trump wall went up, and we've basically become invisible. We haven't got a new hardly anyone has come to the school as a new student in February since day taking office. The Trump wall went up. We got tossed off all social media paid advertising accounts. They just removed the possibility of people seeing us, which is talk about unfair. It's completely unfair. But so that's why we have to try and jump the Trump's wall that he placed up. The wall against truth. He did put up a wall. Let's pretend we're helping you and the government, but let's put up a wall so that the people that are actually helping each other can't. And
Yeah.
that's us. We got dozens of testimonials, 15 years of testimonials at this school, and because of us being really the only organization that is helping in here, with proof. Everyone getting a home, getting what they need. That's us. So they're making us invisible. So we're jumping the wall with some grassroots action. You get this course, you can put it out there on social media. All you got to do is have a Facebook account, Instagram, YouTube, what have you. Any. Oh, I like Telegram. I like whatever your platform is. Oh, they're letting me get out on X. They don't let me. They won't give me a platform on anywhere except for what I have. I can't actually be on anything. I can put courses out on YouTube. I can't put anything directly out myself on any other platform, not like Instagram or anything like that. Like, I'm live on Instagram, but I can't do like posts or something like that. It's not possible. This is like George Orwell's 1984. I don't believe the hype. I've been in this business 15 years online trying to get people this information. It's never even been close to as bad as it is right now. Getting information out. Hey, put Elon in front. We don't worry. We got the expertise. We'll just shut him down. So we're not shut down like the school is, but we're just invisible practically. So people that have done this work and taken the time to put a testimonial out, really all you got to do is put out your testimonial and say, hey, you want this course, you have a payment gateway, you take payment up to $750, which will be 15% off the course anyway. So we're not going to do any kind of up against you or anything. We're automatically at the end of the course, they just click a button and they get 50% off. It goes to school, they get everything. So you get the first 15% of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever put this out in cash to your payment gateway for putting out this information. So it's a way for us to thank you directly. We tried affiliate programs before. People are always trying to get like that discount off of their purchase themselves. So it's just like, this won't shut that down, like a grassroots movement to help other people, the people that are genuinely trying to help or, trying to survive out there, trying to make some money and so on, spread the truth. We appreciate that. And we wanted to get you paid. So this is going to happen. I've seen the course. It's lovely. You're going to love it. We took it a long way. And it's great. It's step by step. This is what you need to do, and which courses you do, and all that kind of stuff. So, pretty excited about that coming out. I saw something up here that someone was talking about something, but I was too busy talking.
There's a couple things out here. Let's see. Let's get back to this. Ken said hi. Yes, thanks for coming. Freshwater says greetings, Ben. I would like to give a future testimony. My wife and I are pre-approved for Wells Fargo to buy a home in New York. We operate Christian Ministries Royal Trust, and the trust is real.
That is wonderful to hear. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear about that. And we've had some good testimonials come in recently that you can see on our channel that have come in. So, if you get it in, then we can get you this course. And we'd like to, it'll be available the first time March 1st, but it takes a little while to get a testimonial on our channel. You send it in, and when we get a minute, we put it up. So the sooner you get it in, the sooner you get this course. Okay. And you'll get it by March 1st at the earliest, which, like a week away. So,
yeah. Vinny Grant in the house says, finally got my trust bank account opened in Florida with Seacoast Bank. Congratulations, Vinny.
That's so nice. Great. Yeah.
Well done. Here you go. This week, I'm joining the $49 YouTube school.
Good idea, because that goes up to $99 March 1st. So that's fantastic.
My question is, the $49 is grandfathered in?
It lasts, I think, for 30 days, something like that, So if you get it before you click that, you get like 30 days off of that.
So if you hit it March 1st, it's 99, and then April will be 99. But if you hit it February 28th, you're going to pay $49 for the next 30 days.
That's the way, my understanding of the way YouTube does memberships. So I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I don't know how it goes exactly, but you could do it now for $49. That's the way it's set up. So
right. All right. And then Vinny's back. I noticed my trust bank account is considered a personal account. I think I saw this in the classroom too.
Yeah, I get this all the time. And I have this in the trust course, I don't know why this question always comes up for everyone. Uh, Let me just go through it from start to finish. I never seem to be able to say this enough times. I don't think it's very complicated. It doesn't matter whether the account says personal or business at all. It only
Mhm.
matters if the bank account is open, period. Period. End of that discussion. Doesn't matter whether it has interest bearing, non interest bearing. None of that stuff matters. It is a bank account. Yay. It's in the trust name. That's it. What I say is, don't go in there to a bank and say anything more than you have to, because this is
Mhm.
what they say. You go in there, oh, hey, I want to open a trust bank account. You don't say one other word, not another word, nothing else, nothing else. Everyone wants to add to it. Private, you just, hey, let me take out the gun and start shooting myself in the foot. That's all you're doing. Any words past those words. And a common rejoinder to that from the bank account, opener that you're speaking to, they can, not always, sometimes they say, is this a personal or business account? If they don't ask the question, then it doesn't matter. You don't say anything else. If they ask the question, you say, I
Mhm.
don't know, personal. Is you like you're just looking like it's not a business or anything. I don't you play stupid. You
Yep.
play stupid, a character in a bank. You play a stupid character. I don't know, personal.
Well, the question I asked them, I turned right around and I said, "Well, which one has lower fees?"
That's what I say too. And uh I did that a couple times and like, oh, you want a business one. And so I don't say that no more because I thought that made logical sense. And so
Mhm.
that I went with your thinking on that. So now it's just play stupid. That's my full
Mhm.
recommendation. You're like, I don't know, personal. That's the way I don't you're the account opener. Here's the trust. Here. Like, play stupid. Like, I have no other words. You're gonna play like you know nothing. Know nothing, own everything, control nothing. Right, right.
Right.
You know, you just acted like you don't know what's up. You weren't a part of making it. You don't know what's going on. Nothing like that. That's what you're gonna play. So I always get that question. I never understand the question because I always handle it in the training course. So I don't know why that question comes up. Just any bank account, whatever they open, doesn't matter what they call it, personal or business. Like Tim says, that only relates to the services they provide and the fees it costs. It doesn't matter, whatever, as long as they open a bank account. I can say this to a blue in the face. I'll get 10 questions on the same thing tomorrow. Oh, well.
Freshwater's back. Our Christian Ministries Royal Trust was pre-approved by Wells Fargo to buy upstate New York, and we're the trustees. This stuff works. Back in time.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah,
it works. It works
that's
for
good.
Trump. I mean, Trump is he's what he's in Section 8 housing, right? That's what he's doing. He's in free housing, right? He'll pay for no housing. He's up in the
Yep.
I'm in government housing. He's got free housing. You can get that too. Paid by the government, your housing. And then you can do all the hacks to get the money and pay cash for a house. I teach you how in a course.
Tammy wants to sign up for consultation.
Yeah, that'd be great, but nah, I don't do that no more. The only thing you can do is now get the concierge course. It's $2,000, and I think that gets you 4 or 5 consults with me. But no, I use the classroom because it's free, and I'm directly in there, and you can answer your questions. There
Yep.
are all these other questions answered already. There are hundreds of people in there. There are so many topics in there that have all been answered. Really, basically every single question anyone could ever ask about a trust has already been answered 10 times by me, and it's already in there. So I don't want to waste my time talking one-on-one because your question has already been answered. So if it's just consults, I'm just constantly answering the same questions. But if you classroom is free, you just go in there. Hey, it's one of your questions. Just log in and you just like can search, use the search bar, look in there. It's like I didn't find my thing. You just type in a question and I answer you. So it's way more affordable and way more efficient to do that instead of a consult. But if you really want a consult, you can get one. You get it in the concierge packet. That's the only method. There's not going to be another method. Okay.
George says, first, Scott's here. Hi, Jack and Tim. Hello, Scott. Welcome.
Good to have you.
George says, I'm going to jump into this conversation when we move to basketball.
I don't even.
He does have a question. Can I legally open a trust called the Elon Musk Trust?
Yes, you just have to legally change your person's name to Elon Musk. So yeah, of course you can. So your name won't be George anymore. But yeah, it's possible to do that. I would not do that. Everyone's first, and last first trust is first name, last name, trust. So if your name is Elon Musk, you could do that, yes. But otherwise, it's a red flag and you're going to get denied.
This is Timothy under WRX. He says he's going to leave a testimonial soon, and he's looking forward to the future.
Excellent.
George confirms he's going to love it. Yes, we all do. He has so many good ideas for names of trusts. This is a hot topic. You hit this last time, and you wrote a long piece about it in the classroom.
It's really there's only really two names of a trust to do, and all other trust names are basically going to get you red flagged and cause you problems.
Right.
The first one you do is first name, last name, trust, and the other one is going to be 3 words long, including the name, including the word trust was the last thing. So one of the words has to be Christ or Christian. Those are the only trusts I recommend. Other trusts than those are going to get you red flags and actually serve no purpose. And the reason for the Christian one, really mainly, if not the only reason, is to hold to the title, the deed to real estate. That's the only reason to have it, because the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to apply for real estate tax exemption. So you're naming trusts only for the outcome that you want, not, oh, I think this is a great name. What are the two what are the two trust names? You're trying to get a bank account open, am I right? So that'd be first name, last name, trust. Okay. You have ID, open a bank account. So that's the only name. Every other name is a really horrible idea, like Elon Musk idea. And then the other one, like this, we just heard they got approved for 4-word one. But it's harder to write in an application. You added royal to your trust. I mean, I don't know. Are you royalty now? What are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense anyway. But they approved it, but it's harder to write a longer name into applications. So I do not recommend it. And I've only recommended these names since day one. I'll never recommend another name. It will only cause you problems. So yeah, chances are, unless George, you came up with 2 names, first and last name trust, and in something Christ you trust, or something Christian trust, or Christian something trust, something Christ trust. Those are the only names I recommend. Everything else is going to shoot yourself in the foot and cause you problems with getting your outcome done. Right? You're trying to get real estate, apply for tax exemption, real estate tax exemption. So you don't name it something that's like, oh, that doesn't sound like a church or nothing. Hey, what? So you're just causing yourself problems. Don't cause yourself problems and then come back later and say, oh, well, this thing didn't work. I'm like, well, the directions I've given, I don't know, up to probably a few thousand times saying this, and I've never said anything else. So how could you not choose a name I'm recommending? So I don't know, but people still do it. I can't believe it.
Marketing Media Unlimited asking, once you put your home in the trust, you can't get a HELOC to access the equity unless you take it out and put it back. Is there a way to circumvent all that hassle?
That's not true at all. So that hassle is just rolling around in your head, and that's the only place that is. This doesn't exist in reality. If you got something in the name of a trust, you're still gonna have to personally guarantee it, right? You're still gonna have to sign for it under your corporation called the person, right? That's how you get a HELOC, not by the name of what it's in. Let's say it's in an LLC. Oh, I got to take it out of the LLC, put it in the person's name, then I put it back in the LLC. What? No, no, you wouldn't. None of that's true. That's that's ridiculous, and that's unlimited uh, nonsense there. So no, no, no. You just
Um,
simply would do a HELOC like, oh, hey, do you do HELOCs? Oh, yeah, I got a piece of real estate, blah blah blah. So, but also, I mean, get the equity. Yeah, this is such a bunch of nonsense. It's just unbelievable. You should never be pulling equity out. In fact, anyone that really knows, what's going on for real wouldn't purchase a house at this point and get a mortgage, or wouldn't put your cash down and buy one. Why? Because there's only 8 years left. So if you do the math, if you're renting a place for say 2 grand a month, or you're paying a mortgage for 2 grand a month for 30 years, you didn't get no principal paid in the next 8 years. None of that happened. So it's all just a complete waste of your money. Renting is way better and way more affordable because who has to fix the house when it's messed up when you're renting? They do. All them expenses are on them. It's way cheaper to rent from here on out. Actually, purchasing a piece of real estate is foolhardy. It doesn't take into consideration reality. So I would never recommend that except for somebody that's got huge amounts of cash just laying around. Oh, just let me get a piece of real estate. No, put it in a landlord and get them all the problems. Why would you take them all them problems out? I don't see any reason to do that except for you got a whole ton of cash and you're going to put it somewhere. Okay, well, if you got to live in a house, fine, fine. But there are going to be problems everywhere. How many hurricanes do we get here and so on? Like, who cares if the house gets destroyed? You just leave, right? It's there. Somebody
mhm.
else's problem. Doesn't make sense to purchase a house. I don't. No one can come up. Basically, almost no one can come up with a good reason to purchase a house at this point in the game. So late in the game, I can't even see a reason to do it. But Tim's a realtor here if you want to. Like, I'm not really talking up his work, right? But some people do have money and need to invest it somewhere. Okay, well, I'm not going to leave. Oh yeah, but you're buying a house you left somewhere before, So I don't see the point in it myself at all at this point. I don't. But people are going to do it. So you know, if you're going to buy a piece of real estate, go watch the course that says how to apply for real estate tax exemption. It'll walk you through everything you got to do and how you got to name a trust and put it in a trust and all that. Go to that course before you even consider buying a place. That's what I really recommend.
Yep. WRX is back. The trust doesn't need to be. Does the trust need to be registered in Wyoming? Do I just register it in another state?
Trust does not have to be registered for you to use it, period. That's the end of that question. You don't have to
Mhm.
register a trust. If, and only for this reason and no other reason, if, if, people can't hear this, whatever I answer this question, they can't hear this one either. I don't know why. If you want credit for the trust, that's the only reason to register. No other
Mhm.
reason. Okay, so you don't have to register, but you could register in any state because they don't necessarily register trust in every state. So, we teach how to do that. There's a course on how to register, but you don't need to register, not to use a trust, not to own real estate, not to have a bank account. You don't need to register for any of those things, only for lending. No other reason.
George, I just looked down and I noticed George answered it in the comments there. He says you only register trust to build credit lines or engage in commerce.
Not
Always
to
keep your
pay.
private
Oh,
trust.
no, 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 you're so wrong. A bank account is engaging in commerce. You do not need to register 100%. Absolutely no, 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 no. So you got it wrong already. Go ahead.
Well, he says it always keeps a private trust for certain things and then get another trust to register for commercial reasons.
Yeah, no, 100% no. No, 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 no. Only register a trust to build credit. Period. End of discussion. That's it. You can engage in any kind of commerce without registering a trust anywhere in any state. No, 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 no. can't ever get anyone to get this right. To me, it's simple. You don't need to register a trust, period, unless you're getting credit in the name of that trust. There's no other reason. If you want to build credit, we have a course on that, no problem, for your trust. If you really want to get every single detail of how to do it, that's kind of I would say most of what I spent my time on in the YouTube membership, where someone was just talking about that. You go in and get it on the mentor level. It's 49 now, will be 99 March 1st. Every single detail I go through. And like I said, it would be ready and have a great great credit report and everything. Already posted proof, bunch of videos. It went well. The
RV
current
Media is
yeah.
saying what's included in the $49 membership on the YouTube channel.
Uh, Last Monday of every month, I go live at noon for like an hour. That's one thing that comes with it, and also all the prior videos that I made over months, teaching you how to build credit and all these other topics. That comes with it as well. So all that stuff comes with it. In that the previous videos, that's what comes with it. Good question.
Cleveland's here, says hi. How's everybody doing? God bless.
God bless you too.
And yeah, somebody added the MailChimp, the Liberty Aid Academy newsletter. Make sure you signed up for that. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. It's on YouTube and Facebook right now. Make sure you follow those, and then sign up to get the newsletter. There's always good stuff in there too.
Yeah. More good news is we got another course coming out that's going to be available March 1st. And it, of course, is going to come with a new, if you wait till March 1st and pay the, higher value, higher price on March 1st, it'll be in that courses. But if you want it by itself, you can get for $199. But on for a little while, basically, we're going to have an introductory price. It's going to go up to $499, and this course is called Handling Scammers, because so many people get scammed on the way to coming to this information. So many people have stolen this information and spun it in just the most horrible ways. You still have to report to the IRS, but you got to do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. They just ruining people's finances. So yeah. No, somebody scammed me out of this money before it got to you. It's so much money, it doesn't work and stuff like that. I'm tired of hearing those stories. So I'm going to tell you how to get your money back completely. And then as you go, like all the courses we have, you'll be in the free student forum called the classroom. And you get like, this is what I'm handling. Because somebody brought this up in there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sink every ship out there that's ever done this. I'll tell you exactly how to do in the course, and then as you go through it, step by step, and make sure you destroy them. Get rid of them off the platforms, take their money, take them down, just destroy everything about whoever's lying and took your money. And not just for these courseworks. Let's say some roofer come by and scammed you. And whoever scammed you, this is going to work on that and get your money back. So we're going to have some fun with that people getting over on us. Now it's time to get over on them, destroy them, and get your money back. I'm going to help everyone with that. I think that's really important to have. And I've heard it for so many years, and I'm like, yeah, let's make an actual solution out of this for everyone. That's coming. It's only introductory, $199, because I know money's tight for some people. So I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to charge that much for this. Let's just handle them. Let's just, it's okay to screw you out of your money. Well, guess what? We're going to destroy your whole business and get our money back for starters. So, yeah.
All right. Adil's here, and he says, so if I want to help my little brother set up his trust and he has no credit history, is it better to build his credit through the trust?
Go watch the courses on no, it's not better. It's not better. You could do both. You should build personal credit and build credit for the trust. You shouldn't do one or the other. If he has no credit history, that's what's called a thin file. And we teach how to do that, how to build personal credit. I think that's accounting 101. If you're ever like, hey, what's that course that I build personal credit? I don't know what the name of it is or something. You're always just going to email us, contact@libertyaidacademy.org, and find out. Yeah, I have to be off camera for just like 10 seconds. The heat is on. It's just too hot in here. But I'll be right back. Hold on. All right.
Go right ahead. George is saying credit through the trust. Jack says build both. I agree. Build both. Get all the credit you can. Suck it out of the system.
My bad. Sorry about that, people. We've got crazy weather down in Florida. What is it? It's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. Anyway, but in this room now it's better.
It's 21 degrees here.
Yeah,
in Connecticut.
Oh my God, it was. It got down to 68 or 67 today as a warm temperature. I was like, hey, it's freezing. I have my hoodie on. I'm like riding around on my bicycle. Like,
I don't even set the temperature in the house that high.
I had to turn it down from, I had it set on 78. I had to turn it down. It's getting warm.
Got both opposites going on here. George adding, for anybody that can read and use the other tools Jack supplies, there won't be that many times you really feel you just have to talk to Jack. Yeah, inside the classroom, Jack is always there. Just ask away and or search. There's a search part right at the top. Go in and put the words building credit in there, and you're going to see a dozen topics come up about that. And Jack has answered all those questions in many forms. So use that search box right on the top. If you don't see your own tab on the side, the topic name, just use the search box. And somebody's asked that question already.
Yeah, thank you.
Makes it very easy.
That's 100% true. It's actually more efficient in time too. Let's say you're like, oh, I'm working on this thing or this application, or I'm trying to register trust, whatever you're up to. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it then. And so, I got to set up a console with that. And so what that's like next week or something like that? No. In the classroom, you're like, oh, working on this. Da, 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 da. Maybe I'm going to get back to you within 24 hours, maybe within the hour. So you're like moving along. I'm trying to get your work to go quickly. So that's why I wanted to do it. It's like, here, my question is this, okay. It's the answer. You're off you go.
Yep. And the courses are very detailed. If you go over them and don't understand it and someone asks another version of it in the classroom, you're going to see that, it's all really there. And if you just stick to the course, you're going to be fine. But people do try and make up different versions, or their idea is different. People have a lot of ideas, but it usually comes back to the coursework. And it's all there. So WRX, and I think that's Tim. What do we do when a car loan like Ally Bank puts late payments on my credit report, and the verbal contract they stated was violated because they put these late payments on the credit report?
We've got a course about that. That's actually where I started 15 years ago, is getting stuff off your credit report. So yeah, we have a course that just it's particular mailings and the enforcement. Really, that's like my oldest work, and kind of the by far the most detailed and comprehensive of any of my coursework is how to handle that. If you currently have a loan still, you can't really order something. There's not much you can do about it, because they don't follow laws. Banks don't follow laws, or courts don't either. They could just come and steal the vehicle if you quit paying. But if you've got something on your credit report from something old or some past problem, we got the way to get that off the credit reports and solve that particular thing. We do have that work. So that's one of our courses that comes with the McCaig Master Trust. See, because once you get the trust open, everything's in the trust. There's nothing i.e. your corporate fiction called the person that has your name and 9-digit number called social security number, that has nothing. So if you go after them at this point because something's on your personal whatever credit report, there's nothing they can come back and get from you because your person
Yeah.
has nothing. So that's why it's so easy to handle these things. And you use methods that are free to use. They're doing stuff that's illegal. They don't have proof of any of that stuff. So you just use the system that exists to remove it. And we teach you how. Good question.
George is back. He says, Jack, can you buy me the house next door so we can meet out in the backyard every once in a while and smoke and have a glass of wine or whatever?
Yeah, I quit smoking weed and stuff. I've never drank them spirits, but hanging out with George would no doubt be fun. Go Florida. Uh, but it would be nice. But no, I just recommended no one should buy a house, and for the reasons why. But it would be nice to visit with you, George. That's for sure. So you know, maybe Airbnb next year or something like that would be the way to go. Hey, how you doing? So, or down where I am in Osprey, Florida. So I'm not going to only be here because I haven't invested much where I am. It's a mobile home. It's a rental plot, so it's really near the beach. So it would be way unaffordable and stuff. Bought the place for $2,500 8 years ago that I live in. It needed a lot of work, but yeah, the houses around me can't get one for less than 450, so a lot
Uh,
cheaper.
Tim here is asking, what do you mean there's only 8 years left?
Jesus Christ Trust on net. Go ahead. Judgment Day is always the same. Learn the details about that. There's no information that you're not going to get from me. I know everything that's going on, and go ahead and hear about it. There's no refuting it, and they all know. Our opposition, the ones in charge, they all know what I'm saying. It's exactly already spelled out. I advise you go look it up in its
A-
hard. That's right. Yep.
Alan's adding that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I could go into the details of that, but everyone's just gonna go, "Nuh-uh." It's like everyone says nuh-uh to everything. How do I get all these courses, all these testimonials? There's literally no other school, and not just in America, that exists with this many testimonials and proof. I'm never wrong. Sorry, but I'm not. And I have the information. You go look it up, and then the deeper you go looking into it, the more you'll find out I'm right. And that is so easy to see. Once you see it, it's everywhere. The United States flag, right? 50 stars, 13 stripes, field of blues, 64, the chessboard, checkerboard, 64, the Catholic rosary, right? 59 bees and the triangle, and we got the cross 64, the Beatles, wet arm 64, the I Ching 64, and on and on and on. Every flag in America, Alaska, 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Alabama, right? Arkansas, Maryland, on every single flag says the same thing. Actually, everything says the same thing. Every logo of every large uh, corporation all says the same thing. 2033, 33, this is their 33, everything 33, 2033. They all know. They celebrate the halfway point on 9/11, 2001. That isn't the power of humans, that's the power of God. Just telling you what's coming. You want to know what's coming? That's what's coming. It's so obvious once you see it. I'm just the first one to do this trust, the first one to release the truth. I'm always the first one. So go look into it on that. Go find out. Yeah, it's the truth.
Ken's here and says, "Meet Your Straw Man," the book by David Robinson, and all of that, and all of those teachings. Do we need to learn about that? And does it have anything to do with the trust you're teaching?
Yes, David Robinson stole my copyrighted work, like everyone out there. And yes, I do teach all about that. I've taught about that for a long time, Ken G. Yes, they're all allowed here. They're not humans. You think they're human? They're in the Bible, they're giants. What do they mean by giants? Well, they have a giant following on YouTube, right? They're the ones in the media and stuff. They're not intelligent. They're morons. They're idiots. They're reading a script. Who wrote the script they're reading? I did. I'm the one that figured out everything. And once I figure out everything, they're allowed to tell you. They're not allowed to tell you before I find out, and I'm always the one that is here and figures it out first. Who am I? Right? I have a title, but I won't say it because I'll freak everyone else out again. So you're not ready for all the truth, but I do have literally all the truth comes along with the courses. I wrote a book about all the hidden information too. It comes with all the courses. Yes, Ken. Everything I teach, everything actually about reality, not just finances, but every other thing that's going on. Everything. Yeah, no problem.
Barbara here. Hello. I hope I didn't miss this question. Is there a format to add beneficiary and others instructions to your trust?
Yes, we have a course for that,
Yep.
Barbara. And if you're in our courses, it's called Adding or Removing Someone for the Trust. But to further answer your question, you never have to name beneficiaries for this trust. You never have to. And the only reason I would name any beneficiaries for a trust ever, right, is if you have someone under 18 years of age, that's son or daughter, or what have you, like that,
Hmm.
that they become beneficiaries to take care of this, to take advantage of the spiritual benefits. Uh, you know, there's a saying, you can't get out of death and taxes. Of course, this trust gets you out of taxes, right? But it also gets you eternal life and you can't be killed. Gets you out of death too. Both. So you don't need to add beneficiaries. You don't need to add successor trustee. I took them off the trust, but you can do it separately. And I teach how to do that. It's a course that comes on with all the coursework for the McCaig Master Trust. It's absolutely, I teach you how to do that, no problem whatsoever. It's really a short, easy process, and it's just basically an addendum and add on to the trust, so no problem whatsoever.
Alex in the house says hello. And George says it's been fun watching this and getting corrected when I spoke wrong.
Well, and I'm the reason I correct everyone is I'm trying to help everyone. That's all. That's all. The only I hate. Look, they got us on a hamster wheel doing all this crazy gymnastics out there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it so you don't waste your time. We invest our time in our family and our loved ones and our free time. If they get a chance to go to the beach or what have you, do that. Don't do things that you don't need to do. That's why I'm so careful. Like, don't register the trust. Don't waste your time and energy and money on that if you don't need to get credit. Don't bother. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm careful with everything I do. I don't want you to waste your time. No, I hate that. I want you to spend your time with your loved ones, with your family. That's what matters.
There you go. George is asking, would you accept the appointment as the new head of the Department of Government Efficiency if asked? Would
No,
you
I
take
wouldn't.
Elon's job? You wouldn't do it?
No, I wouldn't do it because I am going to destroy the entire earth. So that's my job too. The government's going down. Everyone that works for it, they're all going to hell. So I'm not going to be a part of them. No, I only want them their death. And see, you get eternal life. That's not a made up thing in the Bible. Like, you're signing up with Jesus Christ. This is a Christian loophole. This trust, and it's copyrighted. You can only get it for myself. If you get it for someone else, you go to hell because you got ripped off by them. They have no proof and you got screwed over. But with this trust, added IRS taxes and added death. It works for everyone. All you got to do is follow that, and you have two commandments, right? Love God and treat your brothers and sisters the way you expect you would get treated. So I
Hmm.
expect if you're enslaving me to the banks never signed a document, right? And you're using your military and you're using the sheriff and all the cops and stuff like that to enslave me, what should you expect? You should expect to die and go to hell. So, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that. That's guaranteed what's going to happen in 8.5 years. They're all die and go to hell. So I don't know. I don't want that. Eh, Except for I would say one caveat. I want to be super efficient and end the government, or I would maybe parlay and say, okay, you can keep the income we trust. You have to get rid of every single bank. There's no more lending, and you have to get rid of all debt because all debt is evil. No, you can't lend, and like if you lend anything, you go to hell. You lend money, you go to hell. Period. Give someone money because you can afford it, or don't, but never less. So, how? Let me ask. This is the most basic question It how can okay our government, USA, right? We have this super military. If you add up the rest of the military, the entire all other countries doesn't equal our military. Okay, so here's a question for anyone. Can anyone answer this question? How can we owe money to anyone as a government? How can we owe money if it's not a slave scam under the God we trust? How can we owe money to whom? Who do you owe money to? You're literally printing dollars. Okay, where's the in between where something is owed? Because listen, if I'm head of government efficiency, I'm like, hey, somebody says we owe money. I'll pick up the phone and say what? Oh, someone says we owe money. Who says we owe money? Oh yeah, it's this is where they are. This is who they are. Go murder them all. Just go tanks, military, go kill them all. And hey, don't forget to kill their entire family and their lineage. Go look up their ancestry and murder everyone. Know who's gonna be lending in the future? No one. You'd be dead in 2 seconds. I mean, send in the Apache helicopters and do the entire block. I don't care. You should have lived near them. Yes, that's how efficient I would be. Everyone, listen, it's a free country, but we pay for real estate? What? Whose country is it? We're slaves. Give me a break. We are slaves, so I'm not going to continue the slavery of the God we trust, known as the USA. USA slavery. No, no. Be efficient. I'd end it. That's it. I would end it. 100% end it. That's how efficient I would be. If y'all are up for that level of efficiency, hire me. Okay, guess what? Everyone's fired, not a percentage. Everyone's fired, and that's the end of that. That's what I would do. That's the only way I'd accept it.
Ascending Higher is asking, so how do you not list beneficiaries if the bank requests them when opening the account?
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That has never happened in the history of anyone opening a bank account to list beneficiaries. Nope. Sometimes they
No.
ask for a successor trustee,
I've
but
I've I've told I told that story because I had a when I opened my account, and this is my second account there, my second trust, right? So I go in with the second trust and I get a new manager there opening the account for me, and she said there's no beneficiary, and I said okay, there's no beneficiary on the first trust that I opened, and she came from, I think it was, I don't know, um, Wells Fargo or some other bank where they require beneficiaries on their trust to get approved.
not
Um,
actually true, though. That's not actually true because
well, this was how she was trained, and she tried to halt me, but we turned it around.
that's good. But actually, what they're required is have someone in place who would get the trust if you died. And so a beneficiary can be in that position, but it could also be a successor trustee.
Hmm.
So it doesn't have to be a beneficiary. You see what I'm saying? And if you'd further the conversation in that direction, it could have been a successor, but neither. You don't need either. And some banks try and cajole you in that direction a
Right,
little bit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't actually need it by law to have one. And in fact, this is the way you handle it. Now, you handle it fine, that's great. But what you say is, uh, actually, I'm Christian, so I can't name a beneficiary. I can't name a successor trustee. It's not possible because I have eternal life and can't be killed. So if you require me to name one, you're actually saying that I can't be a Christian in the United States. So you're taking away my religious freedom. So you ask the banker, what's your insurance policy actually? Because this is going to be so easy for me to get money out of you. Since you're taking away my religious freedom, actually, can you write down that, and can you sign it too, please, that you need me to have a successor or beneficiary? Because since I'm a Christian, I'm going to have to go after you and take your money. It'll be so easy. Any lawyer will take it. So, can you just write that down? Or here's my email address. Go ahead and email it to me. Yeah, they'll shut right up and move along. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. So you have to know what's going on. And no, don't need that.
And Ascending says, okay, thanks.
Yeah,
Um,
no problem, no problem. And a simpler method too is you go to another bank because what we're talking about is the absolute rarest thing that could ever occur in that interaction of opening a bank account. It'll happen to you. Maybe you have to have this conversation talking about maybe super rare though. It almost never comes up for anyone. So we're talking about a crazy rare event all on its own. But yeah, no, if you really know this information and you've studied the courses, you go in there with a trust, they don't want to talk to you about anything because the only thing they can do is cause problems for themselves. And they don't want to do that if you're very knowledgeable. And I get you very knowledgeable.
Ken saying thanks for the answer about David R. Sorry your information was stolen. We're grateful for you, the true living legend. There you go. Thanks to me.
And you're right about Chip. He's pretty living legend too, because he held out even longer than me, way longer than anyone I ever heard of, be in foreclosure. So you're talking about a living legend over here to me too. This guy is, he's humble, he's quiet about it. He'll talk about it when it comes up, but I for real happy to be that Tim is here working on this every week because he is a living legend too. He's just he's not out there in front of it, but when you hear his story and everything, you're like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
The story's not over. So we'll see. We'll see. I can't tell you the ending.
It's amazing, truly, truly.
Yeah. Can I buy 15 homes for real estate renting and put them all in the trust?
Yes, you could do that, but it's evil. You go to hell. See, so yeah, you can do that, but renting real estate is just, you turn it into an enslaver. Why is the country free? I mean, it's a free country and so on. Like I say, give, don't, not give. So, yeah, I don't recommend it. And instead, I recommend another more liquid because it's hard to sell real estate. We only got 8 years left. It's really, really, really a bad idea all the way around. So instead, if you had that kind of money, if you invested in gold instead, gold actually has a better return than real estate. So I would recommend that, and I recommend U.S. minted gold coins, and in particular the Buffalo coin, because here's the problem: things happen, we get cataclysms and events, and we don't know what they are. Here comes the next black swan event, and it appears it's going to be something to do with airplanes and stuff like that. They love airplane stuff, you know what I mean? Let's crash them into a twin tower, stuff like that. They never crash. They run on air. They don't run on liquid fuel. They're incredible machines, and so there's no crashing if they're faking all that nonsense. So, but they're going to have these black swan events. So you want to have something that's very liquid. Oh, something's happening in Florida, like a million hurricanes, and oh man, you're investing in real estate there, you're screwed, right? So no, you want to be liquid. So gold coins are very liquid, you see, and they're staying with the dollar, right? They're not like just inflation is printing more money. So the value of the gold coin stays the same, but it's worth more dollars over time because you print more money and it's very liquid. You just go down to the coin dealer, like, look what I got. They're like, we'll give you that cash spot gold today. Okay, see you later. Here's your cash. Right? Well, I'm going to do 10 of them. Well, here's your cash for 10 of them. There you go. Off you go. See you later, sir. Yeah, no, I don't recommend that whole real estate. That's a bunch of BS. I'd never do it. No, no, no.
George is saying the scripture says don't be afraid about 400 times. Nobody can do anything if they're afraid. And if the only thing that beats being afraid is learning the truth.
100% true. 100% true. Knowledge is power. Sat in Hindu, right? That's the Sanskrit, symbol for the one who knows. Sata. Satan knows everything, and so if you develop the same amount of knowledge, that entity has no power over you. You see, so I give you the knowledge, and then Sata, Satan, the one that knows everything, has no power over you because you have equal knowledge. Never get deceived again.
We got 2 minutes left there, Jack. So next show's next Thursday at 7 p.m. I didn't get to. I'm gonna go over, and it's because I wanted to show this off that you were right. This was a tweet that was put out, and we've talked about this a couple times, but Elon Musk said that Doge is considered sending $5,000 checks to U.S. taxpayers. So you were saying get ready for the helicopter money, and people were wondering what the helicopter money is. This is helicopter money. They're
Just
talking about it, and $5,000 checks to U.S. taxpayers. So it goes in deep to different stuff. We know that there's all kinds of loopholes, and people are going to get paid before we get paid, and all that kind of stuff. But
true.
they're talking about it, which means it's coming. So whatever you're cooking up to make sure that we get it, I'm excited to learn all that because it's
I
it's
could
gonna
I,
come.
I could go on about that for a long
Yeah,
time. So
yeah,
tune in next week. We only got a few seconds left here, and we'll really get into that next week. It'll be fun. But I teach you how to do it. Get in the courses, of course. Open your trust. I can't help you unless you get the trust. But then get in the YouTube membership at the mentor level. Okay. If you do that, then you learn every detail. Be prepared for exactly what Tim's telling you about. Please do it
yeah.
ahead of time. Get the money by doing the work. It's so easy.
Very
Great
good.
stuff, Tim. Thank you for being here. If you need a
Thank
realtor,
you.
you need someone you can trust, right? And someone who signed the trust with proof. Tim Judge. You can get him in every 50 states. He'll help you through any real estate process. Truly recommend it. You really need someone you can trust. The largest transaction you're going to make. I went through why I'm not necessarily recommended, but hey, for some people it makes sense. So go ahead and get someone you can trust. Tim Judge, please. Okay. And I'll see you in here next week. I'll be here with Tim Judge. Thank you, Tim.
And we'll be in the classroom all week until next week. So thank you very much, John. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy.